DynasTangy, let's ride. Episode 8. Feels good to be back. Hold on a second. James, do you feel that? There's something.
Attention, on dog, beach tongue, atención, psychoblat, message number 206, current date 11/24, target date 10/14/2022, method iPhone 14 XR with cellular boosted, released from plane, approximately 5,000 feet altitude above event. To all known addresses associated with Tangy, Tang, or DNN. If you are receiving this message, you may be the only hope we have left. Half the United States is in ruin, swallowed beneath the crust of the earth by a miniature black hole that contains its descent into the depths. We have mere months remaining before it crosses the mantle, taking the rest of the earth with it. We are sending this message into the hole dated shortly before the events in hopes that there is enough time left to stop it. The following events took place nearly simultaneously, January 1st, 2023 at approximately 22:35. Devontae Adams, a wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders franchise of the National Football League, catches the go-ahead 79-yard touchdown to beat the 49ers in overtime. A military satellite detects a gravitational anomaly near the city of Arietta, Georgia. Commander Chris Hatfield, situated in the viewing port of the International Space Station, spots a fleshy pink sphere resembling a human head over a large area of the southern United States. An ultra-low frequency elephant radio in Zimbabwe picks up the following words: "The 2-time is now. The 3-time bitches kiss the rings. DynasTangy can suck my dick. Clussy out. Peace." The sphere collapses, releasing an explosion equivalent to 1,000 megatons of TNT, instantly flattening the entire southeastern United States and covering the world in ash and darkness. Little is known about these events and how they are tied together. An obscure YouTube channel with no subscribers and barely any viewers was found to contain the words DynasTangy. We will attempt to send more information in the coming days. We only have enough fuel for one message delivery per week. Find the Clussy. Stop the 2-time. Save the world.
Whoa, that was weird. Alright, not sure who that was, but yeah. Sounds like we gotta find the Clussy and stop the 2-time. So, alright. Let's go to the intro. We'll be back after this, I guess.
Taking battle stations, I ain't on vacation. I'm just growing up, living out aspirations. I beat the expectations and change the generations. And I'm still jumping fences, and you're just imitation. They're all in second places, but I don't live for praises. I play this life like a game, levels and stages. Let me paraphrases, then do a couple pages. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Let me introduce you to a brand new thing. No one gotta prove to. You're looking at the king. This life may choose you, so raise your wings. Watch this, watch this, watch this. This is a brand new thing. They've been calling me mad for 20 years, but it takes a little crazy when you face some fears. No matter what you do.
Alright, let's start off legit. Episode 8, DynasTangy. We have a lot to get into. We're going to start off quick with some news and notes. Right off the bat, 1-4 gang, me and Sean, the real 1-4 gang. Now 3-4, actually have a chance at the playoffs. Solid teams. Let's all take a moment of silence for Breece Hall. Ben absolutely getting bonered. Amon-Ra St. Brown out. Moment of silence. DK Metcalf potentially 1 to 2 weeks with a knee injury. Moment of silence. Casey making trade for Mike Williams, high ankle sprain, moment of silence. Casey trading Travis Etienne away literally a day before he becomes the starter, and then James Robinson gets traded. Big moment of silence. This dude might kill himself. What a brutal trade. Trades away. Oh my God. We're just going to talk about trades right now because honestly, we don't need a segment for it. Casey, absolutely the worst luck in the world. Eric, top-notch luck. I mean, you get ETN, and then they just trade away freaking Robinson. Now you have an actual starter, probably a top 15 running back rest of the season. You get Tyler Lockett, who's been playing great. Probably will keep it up and has at least probably about 2 weeks of no DK. That's impressive. And then you trade away Mark Andrews on the week he puts up 0. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if you would have won or lost, but I will say this. Casey definitely lost because of that trade. Had he not made that trade, I think he beats James. I think he only had to score another 10 points. And yeah, so big pour one out for fucking Matt top, James bottom. Disrespectful team name. And you got what you got. You got what you got, dude. It's karma coming right at you. You've been talking shit, making fun of everyone in the league. Now you're getting a taste of your own medicine, dude. Honestly, feels really fucking good. And I only talk shit for content. I don't actually mean it, obviously. Then the other trade, we got Pollard and Jefferson for CeeDee Lamb, Ramondre Stevenson. Very fair trade. Scott, honestly, suck my dick. I tried to get Justin Jefferson, and you just wanted an entire haul for him. Had I known I could just trade you an okay wide receiver like DK and then Mike Evans, just straight up I would have done it. But nope. So, and James got back Pollard too. It's ridiculous. For the same trade for me was Evans, DK, and Hendy. That seems like you're playing favorites over here, bud. I don't like it. Luckily for you, clapped you in the face last week, got the dub. 3-4 gang, rise up. Only ones that are actually 3-4 in my book are me and Sean, because we've had to actually fucking work for it. Other than that, not a whole lot more news and notes. I mean, it was one of those weeks that you dream of, and we'll get into it after some stats. We will get back to the standings. So let's ride, boys. Let's ride.
I'm the Statman. All right, let's get on to this week's stats. First off, starting off with our standard standings. Scott, you're on top, but you all already know the standings because you have Sleeper as well, so you see exactly what I'm seeing. Now, if we compare that to the median standings, as you can see, Scott would still be up at number 1, but the real middle of the pack is where it starts to shake up. Myself would be in the playoffs, Matt would be out, Sean would be out, and the phony Andy would also be out. The average points for Casey is still number 1, but I have a feeling that this will change after his unfortunate week. Here's our weekly luck rating. Ben, you were the luckiest guy with a 64% luck rating. But let's not forget about Eric being the luckiest guy when it comes to trades. Ryan, we know your name's at the bottom, but we all know Casey is the real loser in the weekly luck. On to our season rankings. Andy is still with a 29% luck rating, still the highest in the league. A lot of us very even at the very unlucky part towards the bottom there. As Scott Niemi probably once said, it's better to be lucky than skilled. Here's our weekly chat. I am way up there. Sean is way up there. Scott also up there. You know, the standard people you'd expect to see. Everyone also said something this week. Way to go, everyone. Here's our percentage of the season total. As you can see, we're at almost 20,000 messages on the season. We will hit that by next week. Sean and myself each accounting for about 25% of the league's total messages. Well, we got a lot of people just barely getting off of that 0% mark. This has been your weekly Analytics, brought to you by Dix. Next week, we will include the trades and have some more statistics on how each of those has been panning out. If you're sitting, start standing. Standings with Mattyice. Ooh la la.
All right, boys, if you're sitting, start standing. Standings with Mattyice. This is going to be very quick, just like the intro. Coming at number 1, Icebox 31. He is 5-2. Number 2, Beach Clancy 5-2. Number 3, Wiscott Elliott 5-2. One of those teams is a clown. One of those teams is a clown. Coming in the 4-3 gang, it's Solo, Matt top, James bottom, and he will be lucky if he sticks at 4-3 after the fucking booty trades that he made. And by booty, I mean really good trades and got very unlucky, which is just par for the course. 3-4 gang, and this is everybody but Ryan. I feel bad for you, Ryan. Down there by yourself, 2-5. You got more points for than Eric. You probably should be a little bit higher, but you know what? It is what it is. Here's what we're going to talk about, though. Max, J-Bebe, James, me, Sean, Eric, and Eric. The racist and non-racist version. All 3-4. And so that means that the 3 spots that go in the playoffs are, as of right now, 1 to 2 games back. And yeah, it's looking real hot. Let's go over last week's matchups after a quick word from our sponsor.
So, it appears some apologies are in order. After this past week, some accusations were made. Some bad names called. Some slandering happened. And here at DynasTangy, we've talked it over. We've seen the errors in our ways. And as your reliable source for news, we have something pretty important to say.
We are deeply sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say sorry now?
Matchups, Mattyice, week 7. Let's go. First match, Benzapruel versus Casey. As I talked about before, if he doesn't make the trade, right, Amelia? You're happy because your dad won. It's totally cool. You can keep making noise. I don't give a shit at all. James won by 11 points. Clearly, the Mark Andrews trade boned him. Had he not done that, he would have started Njoku, probably would have flexed ETN. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. We got a lot of noises here today. It's all right. Matchup 2, I absolutely butt-fucked Scott, and he knows it. Saltbox 31, Ultimate Salt. Easy dub for me. I knew it was coming. 5-1. Absolute fraud team. Your wide receivers are ass. Your running backs were ass. And now, as it looks, you may have evened out the team. You split the atom. It was essential for you to do that. You probably should have done it before this week, if we're being honest. You should have traded Justin Jefferson before finishing his bye. You would have gotten teams. I will say I don't love the fact that, you know what? No. I absolutely love the fact I played you without Justin Jefferson. I was going to say I wanted to beat you at full strength, but you know what? I'll take anything I can get. So let's keep it moving. Matchup 3, easy mode, easy dub. Max takes the trade, defeats racism. Absolute blowout. Eric got pooped on, and there's not much to say. Eric's team's not very good right now. It wasn't very good. It's getting better now. But look, he made the trade. He started the players. His team didn't score 80 points. I don't think he's that much of a concern, Sean. Matchup 5, matchup 4, Riptail, Sean, absolute blowout. And not absolute blowout, but Doney put up a good performance. He got very unlucky this week. He would have beat a lot of teams. Par for the course this year. Doney's just been unlucky. Incredibly difficult strength to schedule. One of the hardest we've seen at DynasTangy News Network. And so far, it's going to continue to look that way. So, Doney, we're going to pour one out for you here after the show. Matchup 5, we got Beej versus Eric. Eric's team's a disaster. It's not good. Full strength, it's not looking good. Ben barely gets the dub by what looks to be a few points. Ben gets the dub by 4 points. Loses Breece Hall. It's not looking good for Ben's team right now, but he has enough wins that he can sustain some injuries. Hopefully get Swift back, and things will continue to roll. In the final matchup, easy peasy, we got Andy versus J-Bebe. J-Bebe absolutely smoked. He did not have Cooper Kupp on his team. Dak Prescott did not put up much points. The trades that he made earlier this year are looking to help him out now. Montgomery had a solid game, and he totally swerves both Hollywood Brown and Breece Hall's lifelong injuries. Ben actually just gave Ben basically just gave Dak Prescott and Monty for nothing at this point. John's team would be bottom tier if it wasn't for that trade. So thank God for that trade, or else Ben's team would be fucking very good right now. All right, that was the matchups. We're going to roll into power rankings, and then we'll finish her off with everyone's favorite predictions with Mattyice. Let's keep her moving.
This is a certified hood classic.
Hey, yo, Matt.
Yo, what's good?
I don't think they know where they stand,
Yeah, well, fuck them.
but they about to know.
Okay.
DynasTangy, where you at?
Uh-huh.
Atlanta, Appleton,
Lego.
or wherever the hell else you're from. DynasTangy gang. Shit,
Let's go.
Here come the motherfucking rankings. Y'all scrubs appear to be tanking.
Tank?
He got mad stacks of stats to make sure he's only spewing dope facts.
Dope
Some
facts.
of y'all ain't gonna like it,
Fuck
but
'em.
there's no bribe money in his pocket.
Nice.
Providing the league with a service worth thanking. Fuck, it's homie Mattyice with the power rankings.
I love rankings. I love rankings. I love rankings. I love rankings. Totally unbiased rankings. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Power rankings, Mattyice. Let's fucking go. We're going to make this quick. Coming in last place, shocker, it's Eric with a C. His team is in the gutter. His hopes are in the gutter. Breaking news for all those who are watching. This is Eric's last year. He sent me the text message, and I didn't know if I wanted to say anything or not, but I'm going to say it. Eric is going to continue to set his roster. He's going to continue to play, but this is it for Eric. So everyone, wish Eric a warm goodbye as he finishes the season with potentially the worst roster I've ever seen in my life. And yeah, that's rank 12.
Why do you tell you, not the commissioner?
He doesn't fucking respect the commissioner, I don't think. He doesn't respect the new commissioner. That's the guess. Coming in 11th place, it's Andy's team. Andy's team is solid. Amelia likes Andy's team. He put up a good showing last week, but when I look at his roster as a whole, he really needs a lot of help. And I don't think down the stretch, with a guy like Michael Thomas coming back, Olave is going to be as strong. Russell Wilson, I don't think is going to get any better, and he's going to continue to have to start trash at quarterback. It's a solid team, but he's very, very lucky. And if you actually look at stats like league rankings, points for, things of that nature, his team just isn't that great. He's just getting very lucky with a very easy strength of schedule. Coming in at rank 10, we have Ryan Doney. And Ryan Doney's team is, I would say, about equal with Andy's team, but I'm going to give the edge to Doney because I think if their schedules were flipped, Doney would probably have roughly the same rank, and he had a massive bye week already. This week, he scored 117 with Delvin Cook and one of his other and AJ Brown on bye. So I have to say, it's not as bad as it looks. I think it's okay. There's a lot of room for Doney to move up here. He's very unlucky, but I think he can play spoiler to a lot of teams, and he still has a chance to get in the playoffs. I really believe that. Coming in at rank 9, I believe, if I remember right, we're going to give it to Eric Pekila. Eric Pekila's team looks like it may be better now, but we have to see it. I don't know if losing Mark Andrews and Mike Williams. Now, theoretically, Mike Williams got injured, but I don't know if that trade made his team better. It clearly, with ETN, he's solid. And Lockett is pretty solid, but I think the loss of points at the tight end position will not be made up. Eric, I think your team's about the same, and that's why I believe it's at rank 9. Coming in at rank 8, we are going to give it to... this is close. This is very close. Rank 8 is going to go to, and this is a shocker, Casey's team. You're going to be out and down wide receivers for the next probably 3 to 4 weeks. And as good as Mark Andrews is, I think losing ETN, now that ETN's good, and losing Tyler Lockett is going to diminish your total points for. Last week, you barely scored 110, and you had a 35-point week from your running back. That doesn't happen every week. I don't want to be like the guy that just throws teams under the bus, but look, I don't think the team's that good. I'm not scared. I wouldn't be scared to play your team. I think you have to get lucky with 3 players having career games to score over 110 rest of the season. And that's just how I look at it. I think Mark Andrews, you got the best of Mark Andrews. I really do. I think rest of the season, we're going to see a little bit of a regression. I don't think he's going to score fucking 400 points this year. Coming in at rank 7, I think. Yes, rank 7. James is giving me the nod. It's Max's team. Max's team is okay. He won last week with a big game from A.J. Dillon, but I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is just not going to get it done rest of the season. I think he's going to be very fluky, and I just don't think going through bye weeks and all that stuff that you're going to go over 500 over the next 6 weeks. I think you're going to lose a couple, and for those reasons, you're at rank 7. Rank 6, we're giving it to James's team. He hopefully made his team better with Justin Jefferson, but I am starting to think in my head that losing CD and Ramondre Stevenson may end up hurting him. Ramondre's been an absolute baller these past few weeks, and honestly, probably the reason why he's been winning. We will see if Justin Jefferson puts up 35 points a week, or 30 points a week, 25 points a week. We're looking good. Juju continues it, but we will see. Right now, wide receiver core hasn't been fixed, but we've had 2 solid weeks out of the wide receiver 2 and 3. If that continues to roll, and you have to flex Pollard now, we will see. We will see. I do think rank 6 is appropriate. Rank 5, we are going to go with Ben's team. Ben's team is injured, and he really, really, really needs a quarterback. And for those reasons, I can't put him above rank 6. Rank 5? I can't put him above rank 5 until he gets his quarterback situation figured out. But the loss of Breece Hall is pretty big. I mean, yeah, it's pretty big. Rank 4 is my team. I didn't move up or down in the power rankings. I think I stayed about the same. I scored a decent scoring outing last week. No Jalen Hurts, no Devonta Smith, both on bye. I now have 3 players past their bye, and I feel very good going into the stretch that I'm going to be able to compete and go above 500. And I think for those reasons, I'm about 4. Rank 3, J-Bebe. Great team, solid team. Upside, very limited. Needs huge games from Cooper Kupp. Dak Prescott, I do not think is a world beater, but he will be solid. And the running back situation, not bad. But I will say, I think your team is better than mine at the top. But it's very close. It was between us. Obviously, rank 2, you think you know who it is, but you don't. Rank 2 is Icebox 31. And Scott, it's pretty obvious, right? You need CD and Ramondre Stevenson rest of the season to continue to ball out. As long as you have to start Drake London in your wide receiver 3, I feel like your wide receiving core might be the downfall of your team rest of the season, not your running back core, because I think Lenny had a bad game last week. Ramondre is going to be a baller. Big benefit there. We will see. But your team is very good, but I don't think it's better than Sean's team. Coming in at rank 1, I think Sean gets number 1, and here's why. Everyone's thinking, oh, Sean, you ranked him 5th last week or 6th, sort of like that. The dude's put up great points 2 weeks in a row. As long as his team stays healthy, he has enough roster firepower to make a trade, and he will. And you watch his starting roster get a little bit better, and I'm making these power rankings as if injuries do not happen. He's in the clear. Michael Thomas comes back. Hopkins, Jamar Chase, Kamara, Barkley, like just great core. I mean, and Kittle's been awesome. We will see if Kittle continues. Shout out Max for giving him for free. We will see if players like Kamara, Michael Thomas, Hopkins stay healthy rest of the season. They are older. As I said last week, his team's old, but I'm not going to put it against him. He's shown it 2 weeks in a row. Rank 1. Congrats, Sean. You go get a better fucking quarterback, and your team's going to be a clear playoff contender. Clear. That right there is the power rankings, and we will move on to predictions with Mattyice after this. Peace.
What will the final scores be? Into the future he tries to see, but who will know if he's wrong or right? Predictions with Mattyice TM.
All right, boys. Week 8 predictions with Mattyice. We just realized last week we totally forgot to do predictions, which is unfortunate. No one noticed, which means no one cares. That's awesome. I'm 50% on the year, and last week, honestly, I did better than 50%, but we're not going to count it because we didn't play it. Matchup 1, Ben's Approval versus Team Eric. This one's easy. I'm not even going to think about it. I said before, Eric's fucked me too many times, so I can't pick him. So this is an easy dub for James, and that's it. James is in. James is in. Matchup 2, we've got Serial Vapist, a.k.a. Mattyice, versus John Amoa. Neither of us have any buys. This is a straight-up match. And I lost DK Metcalf, which means I have to start either Romeo Doubs or A.J. Dillon. That's unfortunate. But they've got to score at least a little bit at some point. And as always, I'm going to predict myself to win. So, John, I'll see you in fucking Buffalo, but it's an easy dub for me. Matchup 3, Beach Clancy versus Trade God. Max has Patrick Mahomes and Clyde Edwards-Helaire on bye, and Gerald Everett. God, why do people get free fucking wins? I don't get any this year. Unreal. Ben, easy dub. Doesn't matter who you have on your team. Easy dub. Congrats. All right. This matchup 4, we have Sean versus Eric KKK. Sean is defending racism and anyone not a white male. Clearly not me, because I'm Native American. This matchup is going to be very interesting. Eric does not have anybody really on bye. Sean, I do not believe he does not have anyone on bye. It's a straight up match. Kittle's been unreal lately. Godwin's in okay. He's got Hopkins in. But this is what I'm going to say. I think this week Eric gets the dub. It's a very, very strong roster. As I said before in the power rankings, Sean is the best team in the league. But I just feel like Eric gets the win here because Michael Carter is going to get like 1 week of basically being a full starter, and Christian McCaffrey gets 1 more week back in. Eric, I may have ranked your team too low, so don't be mad at me, but I am going to give you the dub this week. Congratulations. Matchup 5, we got 2 top shelf teams in the rankings or in the standings, Scott versus Casey. To me, this is a pretty easy game. I think, Scott, this is a bounce back game for you. I think you score 130. Casey, I want to say you score about 115. Scott, I like you to win this week. I think Jackson's going to have a good game. Pickens has been good. Lamb should be solid. You don't have to start Drake London, I don't think. If you do, he's in your flex. So you have some opportunity to potentially play Antonio Gibson, who might be better. Maybe Dotson. But I like Casey. I like Scott for the win today. And Casey, I'm sorry about Mike Williams. Bye. Last matchup, Andy, a.k.a. Stupid Name, versus Ryan, a.k.a. Dead Dog Name, a.k.a. Dog's Not Dead. Ryan gets all of his players back from bye. I ain't looking at percentage chance to win. Teams have, these players haven't been updated. This is the difficult strength of schedule versus the luckiest person in the league. Andy has Travis Kelce on bye. And I do like Donnie having a bounce back game. So, Donnie, congrats on your dub. Andy, this might be the start, brother. This might be the start. Oh, Andy has Austin Eckler out. Yeah, easy dub. Congratulations, Donnie. Okay. This has been the predictions. And let me just say, I'm so jealous of the teams who get to play against teams who have multiple studs on bye. God, that is so awesome. Amelia's jealous too. She's staring at her hand. She's going, why does everybody else not get easy games? I have to play all the difficult games. I'm not going to ramble. If you want to win, you got to beat the best. You got to be the best. That's how we roll. Predictions with Mattyice is over. This podcast is over. 1-4 gang. Cheers. Rise up, a.k.a. me and Sean. Let's continue the good vibes. To all those who are going to Buffalo, let's hope for a Green Bay dub. I'm your host. Let's get her. I did all that work, too, for the transitions, and I put the stats in there. God damn, that's brutal.